War rages across the mortal realms. New alliances are formed while others lie shattered, and the dominant powers ever seek their next conquest. While this and countless other battles rage on, one fact is becoming clear. The season of war has begun. This video is brought to you by the support of our channel members and the FLGS Partners, Warfire Minis, and X-Planet. Baron of Dice is the exclusive dice supplier for Season of War. Take a look through their incredible designs or even get your own custom dice made.
Hello and welcome to Season of War. We are back for some AOS action. The time of recording, it's been a little bit of a hiatus, it feels like, over the holidays.
Yeah, been a couple weeks, yeah.
Yep. But we hope everyone has enjoyed their holiday season, been able to spend it with friends and family, and maybe did a little wargaming action, or at least some hobby like I have. But Ridge, we've got a fun battle here ahead of us today. We're playing the mission, the Ice Fields, so we got 6 objectives on the table. It's hold 1, hold 2, hold more storing. The main twist is that if you make a run roll, or if you roll any 1s on your charges, you take D3 mortal wounds. So
yes.
That's always impactful, well, depending on what you do. I mean, even if you don't run, it has an impact of, like, you know, just those automatic runs when you're not charging your stuff, where you just slowly move up the board, just makes everything slower.
And a lot of the time when you just do it because you think, I'm just going to run, and then you're like, oh,
your opponent reminds you.
Yes.
D3.
But remember that.
Yeah. So that's potentially going to play a big part in the game today. Ridge, do you want to take us through your list?
Yes, I'm playing Nagash. He hasn't been on actually in a while, and Nighthaunt hasn't either. So just kind of wanted to showcase him. He's actually really cool in Nighthaunt because they have a great spell lore, so he can actually utilize quite a bit of that. And he's just fun to play, so that's why he's out. So it's not much with him, but we're playing Scarlet Doom, so the Bladegeist Revenant sub-faction. And then the general is going to be the Guardian of Souls. He has the Shaman of the Chilled Lands for all the cool fun spells, and then the Midnight Tome, so he can auto-cast an endless spell. And then Nagash is the other hero. And then we have a unit of 20 Bladegeist, unit of 10 Bladegeist, unit of 10 Bladegeist, and then 5 Hex Wraiths, because they're just awesome and super fast. And that's literally it. And then the Portal, because just so good with Hand of Dust and every other spell. And then Pendulum.
Yep.
So hopefully we get some good Hand of Dusting today, but we'll see.
Nice. Well, for myself, I am playing the cities of Sigmar. I'm playing the city of Hammerhald Akshi, or Aksha. I've got a plethora of heroes, as you typically see. Starting with my general, who is a Free Guild Cavalier Marshal. He's got the command trait of Divine Champion. Makes him a priest, gives him a prayer to give a +1 to wound aura, which is very good. He then also has the Sigmar Warhammer to make him a little hittier as well.
Yeah.
Then I have a normal Marshal on foot. He's got an Arcane Tome. I have the Alchemite Warforger. He's taking the spell of Hoarfrost. And then I have a Sorceress who's taking Teneroll Blades, as well as then Pontifex Zenestra. And filling things out with my 6th hero being an allied in Light of Altharion, just for a little extra hitting power, whose low points can hit above his weight. Just another piece to worry about, so that's that. I then have a bunch of units, 2 units of Steel Helms and 2 units of Free Guild Cavaliers, as well as a unit of Blackguard, who obviously kind of are going to sit near that Sorceress. And then I just have a Drake Cannon and the unit of Wildercorpse Hunters. So kind of, again, a basic mix of a lot of different pieces. You have the Elf Contingent. I've got some cavalry in here to deliver a punch, and the guys in front to stand and die. And
them and lots of the support heroes that Cities loves to have,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's everything. I have a ton of drops here. Have Battle Regiment, Andorian Acolytes, and then a Warlord Battalion. So I'm going to have plethora of options from that. But Ridge gives you first choice, or choice of first turn.
Yes, yeah, and I'm playing Nagash because obviously just a 1-drop, and I'm gonna give you the turn.
Yeah, no surprise. It will jump into Cities of Sigmar, turn 1.
Before the battle begins, the Wildecor Hunters make a scouting move using expert trackers.
I'm gonna go with Magical Dominance for my battle tactic. And then I'll just go for a Heroic Leadership CP, which I fail.
Cool, I'm just gonna do a CP as well, which I get. Primals, I get this one.
2 primals.
All right, and your acolytes?
Yep. And for spell casting, we'll start with the Sorceress casting Teneroll Blades. Threw primal at it, rolled a 1. So
this game's the best, is what that means.
After primal miscasting, the sorceress suffers 4 mortal wounds, and the rest of their nearby force suffers 5 more.
And then I'm going to cast Blazing Weapons with the Warforger on a 9.
There you
that
go.
one goes off. Gets the battle tactic. Zenestra is going to chant for Hallowed Ground. I roll a 1, take a mortal wound.
Really good start here. Perfect.
Then the Cavalier Marshal is going to chant his Hammer of Sigmar, which he gets. So I'm +1 to wound aura. At least something's going right.
Yes. You're really making me want to maybe go into you now. I'm like, I'm going to stay back and not vote for 2 prio, but...
After that tumultuous start to the battle, the Free Guild Marshal issues the order Advance in Formation, granting 3 extra inches of movement to nearby units, and the cities of Sigmar prepare to meet their ghastly foes.
Alright, into shooting. I'll go with the Ironwell Great Cannon shooting at your Blade Dice. I'll issue all out attack for free from the Free Guild Marshal, and I'm going to be on 3s and 3s.
Cool. I already have a 5 aboard, so...
1 hits, and actually, 1 wound.
4. Take it.
D3 +2 for 3 damage. Glad I didn't go for the D6 shot.
So 5 aboard. Take all 3. Kills 3.
And then the Wilder Corpse Hunters are just shooting to them as well.
Yep.
1.
Save it.
And then the big crossbow, nothing.
All right.
Adopting a conservative strategy after they fail to get their defenses in place, the cities of Sigmar complete their battle tactic and score 5 points.
So I think that's going to be it for my turn. I will get hold 2 and more because I took this
Yep.
sneakily using the extra movement and the pre-day move with the Wilder Corpse Hunters, meaning I didn't have to run to take this.
Yes.
Didn't take casualties. Wouldn't have been the end of the world, but
No.
why take extra damage if you don't have to?
Yep.
And yeah, just trying to sit back comfortably, a little defensive, especially after that rough start.
Yeah.
Primal cast on my first, or primal miscast on my first cast.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go for the spell with the sorceress. I only needed like a 2.
Yeah.
And it
Anything
would've
but a
fine.
1. Yeah.
Anything but a 1, and I would have got the spell off, which also would have let my Warforger then use his Renewed Crucible to give me +1 to save in a big aura.
Which is big that you're not going to have that.
Yeah, so that's disappointing. Doubled by Pontifex is a Nestra not getting her
5 aboard.
5 aboard prayer off, so my defensives did not go off, though I am +1 to wound for my general, and I have the mortals on 6s from my other guy.
Yes. So
it
it puts it into a position where it's like really enticing now because I'm on the bottom of the turn to kind of throw everything up.
You
and
could
then
go for the double.
You're not going to have any of your stuff on the double.
Yeah.
But if I lose, then I'm in range of you everything, right?
Yes.
So
So it's risk reward. We'll see what you want to do.
Yep.
So we go into Nighthaunt, turn 1.
Sounds good. So I'm just going to do magical dominance with my general, and then I'm just going to go for a CP, and I fail.
I'll do the same. I get heroic leadership.
So kill, and then I actually bring back 3 blade guys in the start of the hero phase. Let's go. I'm just going to go for a Mystic Shield onto Nagash.
Got it.
Sweet. So Mystic Shield on him.
The Guardian of Souls also casts Shade Mist on Nagash, making him -1 to be wounded. Then the Lord of the Undead forgoes all spell casting, ensuring their battle tactic is achieved. The Blade Geist quickly close ground, forcing the Wildercorp hunters to redeploy and fall back 4 inches, while the rest of the Nighthaunt force aggressively moves forwards. As the Nighthaunt waves of terror roll in, the Steelhelms suffer -1 to save rolls and 2 mortals from the Hex Wraiths, while the Blade Geist deal 3 mortal wounds to the Wildercorp hunters and make them -1 to save.
All right, so I'm going to unveil Countercharge, looking for an 8.
Big 8, let's see it.
So the 3, I'm going to use my Triumph to reroll it.
Yes, 'cause in the charge phase.
For an 8.
Hey!
And then I'm going to Countercharge also with the Blackguard. I'm looking for a 7 here. That's a 6, Ridge. Lucky.
All right, so then, wow, so that I got lucky there. So then this is, I just pile them with these guys then. And I'm gonna do all attack here.
Okay, I'll go for all the defense.
So 2s and 3s, just 1.
Goes through.
And then 3s and 3s, just 1 more at no rend, I think, from the horsies.
That one goes through as well, so you kill 2 more.
Eager to take advantage of their countercharge, the Free Guild Cavaliers are next to fight.
I will go for an all-out attack here. So it'll be 2s and 3s. 5.
Cool. I take 2 or 3.
2 damage each.
So 5 up ward. I take 1. Okay.
Oh.
Of course.
And 3 at no rend.
3, 4s, all 3 go through.
1 damage each.
So 5s, take 2 more. So you kill 3. Cool, okay. And then my dudes, -1 to hit, so it won't matter. That was the one I did not roll. 6 at -1 into the doggo boys.
So 9 at -1, right?
Yeah, they autoed, yeah. So 9 at -1.
5, so 6s. They all go through, so it's 9, you finish them off.
Yeah, let's go.
And then I'll go with the steel helms. 4s and 4s, mortals on 6s. 2 mortals.
Oh, they have because blazing weapons.
Yeah.
But these guys don't do mortals.
And then 2 at no rend.
2, no, never is rend. Save them both. And 2 5-ups. Take 1. Almost kills a horse.
So you killed 4 guys there only, so I will lose D6 -1. So I'll lose 4 guys.
Hold it to the man.
Commanded forth by the great necromancer himself, the Nighthaunt have struck the first blow, engaging and felling some of their enemies' forward units.
Yeah, they're like wet noodles. Not that many. I can only get 3 in.
Get the I hold the objective.
Yes, barely holding on over here. I kind of, I don't know. I was like, I knew it was going to be a 50-50.
In the realm of possibility, obviously you're 1 wound away from taking that objective.
Yes, but you rolled a big battle shock, but every 1 more I kill makes that battle shock more. Yeah. So yeah, I can't complain. This was a pretty good turn. And just really putting myself in a position now with priority could be just devastating.
There were a couple potentially big plays here that I feel like, for me at least, kind of just puttered out with the counter charges.
Yeah.
I got the horses one, but I mean, Nighthaunt, you made ethereal saves, and
the 5-up ward is huge. I spiked that.
So yeah, so I didn't get great damage there. And then I had strike them down and counter charge with these guys. Didn't make the charge. In hindsight, maybe that one would have been more valuable to roll first.
And then use the bloodthirsty.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you needed it.
Yeah, so would have been awesome, potentially take out that Hexwraith unit, but it also opens them up a lot more as well.
Yeah.
That's basically it. So, Ridge, you got 1, 2, and your battle tactic for 4.
For 4, yeah. And we got a pretty deadly roll here.
Yeah.
We'll see which Season of War die reigns supreme. The black and red versus
priority
versus the cheese die.
Round 2. That's a 2. Ridge rolls a 6. Classic.
Obviously. Yeah, I'm obviously gonna take turn.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go into Nighthaunt, turn 2.
Let's go. So, what are we gonna do? I'm just gonna do bait and trap, because I can retreat and charge.
Yep.
And 2 units are in combat. And then I'm going to do, I think I'm gonna go for it and do Finest Hour on Nagash.
Sounds good. I'll go for, I think, Heroic Leadership here. I get it we'll put it on my Free Guild Marshal.
Sweet. So we just go into some spellies.
Cracking open his 9 spellbooks, Nagash casts Mystic Shield but has Shade Mist unbound. Then, the Guardian of Souls casts Spectral Tether to teleport himself. Nagash then casts Lifestealer and Soul Cage on the Cavaliers, dealing 2 mortal wounds and making them fight last. Next, Nagash casts the Umbral Spell Portal and targets the Light of Eltharion with Hand of Dust.
So, I'm gonna put my hands under the table here. I cast Hand of Dust, obviously on Eltharion, because Jordan loves him so much. And hopefully he picks the hand that doesn't have the die. You are dead, my friend.
Gosh. I second guess myself.
Yeah, I just didn't want to look at either hand. I'm like, I'm just gonna look you with dead in the eyes.
Yeah.
With his final spells, Nagash casts an Arcane Bolt, then Soulstealer takes down the Sorceress.
And we go to movement phase.
Eager to fully engage their still breathing foe, the Nighthaunt surge forwards and get ready to strike. Releasing another wave of terror, 1 unit of Bladegeist deals 11 mortals to the Steel Helms, and the other Bladegeist deal 4 mortals on impact. Nagash then roars at the Cavaliers, while another cavalry unit looks to make a brave last stand.
Countercharge!
Yeah, let's go. All right, so I guess I just go with Nagash, but I think that's the play because now Nagash is threatened. So 3, 1 misses. 3 at rend, 3.
So choose the 5s, all the way through.
And this is d6 each, so 12 damage.
They're dead. Okay.
Well, it's gonna be a quick one.
I'm going to go with these horses. Nothing from the riders. 2 at no rend from the horses.
Yep, of course. Save him.
Next to fight, the large unit of Blade Geist take out the remaining Steel Helms and deal 4 damage to the Blackguard. When the Blackguard retaliate, they use all-out attack, but only deal 1 wound to the Hex Wraiths and 4 to the Blade Geists. The Hex Wraiths then deal 9 damage back to the Blackguard, and the other Blade Geists finish off the last Cavaliers.
All right, Ridge, you tried your best, but just wasn't enough.
Just bounced off with all these ghosty ghosts. Yeah, so just absolutely devastating, putting myself in a position like with being on the bottom, and we were kind of talking like sometimes if you don't want to put yourself in a position to completely YOLO, because then if Jordan would have won Prio, he would have got into me and it would have hurt a lot. But with having Shade Mist and Mystic Shield on Nagash, that's why I was more comfortable kind of putting him out into the middle like that and then running everything else up. Because you didn't have your defenses up, but I kind of had mine up, essentially. So
a big thing here, just talking through the turn, you obviously get hold 2 and more.
Yes.
Your battle tactic of retreat 2, charge 2, you managed just barely. You wiped out everything you charged into and more because of my counter charge.
Because your counter charge, yeah. So pretty much I was knowing that this was going to happen. Putting Nagash on that side was kind of, I thought of that after moving. There was a world where I bring him into the middle, but because I figured the 20 with a good enough charge, they're going to be able to take out the Blackguard, especially after just killing the sorceress. I rolled d6 mortals from Nagash's spell, rolled a 1, so you got your 4-up ward, you failed it, else she would have survived and all of that would have had a 4-up ward.
Yes.
So that was huge. So as soon as you killed that, she went down.
Yeah, she killed 13, I would have only lost 6.
Yes.
And then potentially I saved some, I have a bunch left in Battle Shock at worst
Yes,
case.
way less die. And then, so once that kind of, everything kind of, after Eltharion went down, as everyone saw, I'm sure, with the...
Hand of Dust.
Which I've never actually got one of those off. That's my first, I think, actual Hand of Dust. I've cast it before, but, so that was fun. That was a fun little mini game. Not for Eltharion, but so then everything else was just the classic putting myself in a position on the double to do devastating damage, but if I didn't win the double, still being somewhat defensive that you're not going to completely cripple me.
And it's Nighthaunt. In this matchup, my best tool is Tenebrable Blades.
Yes.
Because I can still bypass your saves.
Yes.
And putting more high rend stuff into Nagash because he doesn't have the ethereal.
Yeah.
I have play, but this turn was a little crippling.
Yes, you have, and even the counter charge, because when you did the counter charge, if Jordan didn't counter charge there, I would have been able to roast them with these guys and then piled in and just tagged, or even just killed them on them.
Still killed them.
I rolled a huge charge.
So the combat there still would have probably gone the same way.
Yeah.
The difference being though,
you don't get your plus rend.
Exactly. I was on rend 2 damage rather than rend 1 damage. Everything else is the same.
Yeah. Well, rend 3 even because don't you get an extra rend from counter charge? It won't matter because I'm Nighthaunt, but it would have mattered into Nagash.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah. So he still would get to activate. So, but yeah, man, it's one of these games that kind of.
Yeah. So at this point, there's nothing to play for. I have 4 heroes and a cannon, and I'm just like, with the recursion, the ethereal, I'm just never going to do enough to your units.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd kill the 10 block if I get the double back, and I throw my the general in and then the cannon shots.
Yep.
You're then likely going to bring half that unit back with Nagash anyways.
And just bringing back 3 models.
So there might be an opportunity to play for 1 or 2 battle tactics throughout the game.
Yeah.
Run everything this way, hope I have one thing to survive so I can intimidate the invaders on a later turn.
Yep. You could still get a couple tactics. Like in a tournament, you could definitely scrape some stuff here.
Yeah, but to talk it through, and I want to talk it through thoroughly because we sometimes get comments on our videos that are shorter games about, why did you play that matchup, XYZ, and there's a number of reasons. Now to talk about this game, everything went Nighthaunt's way.
Yes.
For the most part. In terms of looking at my hero phase, or my turn 1 with Cities of Sigmar, I didn't get my 5-up ward up.
Yep.
I didn't get,
Plus
Tenebril
one save.
Blades off, would have been amazing too on a counter charge.
Yes. Plus one save.
I wasn't able to do the +1 save, like you said,
you
because I failed Tenebril Blades.
Yeah.
I didn't get the 5-up ward save aura off either.
Yeah.
Think about all those things stacking makes a huge difference of having models alive for a double layered screen,
Yes.
stuff like that.
Those things also now come from the other end. Me seeing that when you're in an event and those things happen, you want to capitalize on
Like you
that.
said, is why you set up to put yourself in a strong position or an
Yeah.
aggressive position for the double.
Yes.
Now, those things play out differently, and it's a different game.
For sure,
And that's why it's like, it's not a matchup thing. Sometimes armies have advantages one or another, but when we play games, we play them honestly.
Yeah.
We're not trying to only show the middle 50% of matchups that are, even. We want to see the strengths and weaknesses of armies, and when things go badly, how a castle can fold.
Yes.
When you play aggressively, you're a 1-drop and things go well. This, an army like Nighthaunt, which isn't a top tier army, can still run through stuff.
Absolutely.
So if you don't enjoy short games, I'm sorry. Like, we're not gonna shy away from playing the game honestly.
Yes. Especially from a competitive angle, because a lot of the time you want to see these types of things
Yeah,
and how it kind of works.
If we don't show this game, or we re-rack it and tweak it so it's a more even matchup or whatnot, you don't see the potential of Nighthaunt. A player even playing a different army isn't going to know or be worried about those things. Like Nagash and Nighthaunt, he's pretty good.
The spell lore was amazing here. Like, you saw all of those were great spells.
Oh
like,
yeah,
he's having the wound.
Yep, and he's a good piece. Brings more resiliency in terms of recursion to Nighthaunt than they have in the book normally.
Yeah.
Because bringing 3 automatically to units is
and
amazing.
then possibly bringing back 10 if they die.
Yep.
Like, he's definitely super
Oh,
solid.
I think it's really cool.
The magical dominance literally in this game was huge, because you have 3 unbinds, and I think you unbound like 1 spell. But
yeah, I didn't get many dice for acolytes.
yeah, you failed the big one at turn 2, which was
Yeah.
the one you needed an extra to try to either stop Portal
Or Hand of
Hand of
Dust.
Dust.
Yeah, so-
which I rolled, and I just rolled really well for Hand of Dust. I got lucky with this one. I rolled a 6, and like all those things, right? Like, when all those things align, that's what makes for games like this. That
Yes,
are like,
yeah.
sometimes you can't. There's nothing you can do.
And that's the thing. It happens.
Yeah.
We don't play this game to win. We play this
No.
game to have fun.
Yes,
And
show.
it's fun to celebrate your opponent's big moments as much as your own. And it sucks to get smashed, but it's also fun to see Nagash pop off and do his thing.
Yeah.
And especially armies like Nighthaunt that don't often get the opportunity.
I never thought you would say that about an elf going down, but yeah.
These aren't real elves. These are humans, and
Yeah. I'm more meant Eltharian, but
yes, that was
I guess he's a
heartbreaking,
spirit. He's not even an elf.
Yeah, he's an elf spirit. But I mean, to talk about things from Cities of Sigmar perspective, there were some tricks. Again, if I don't have the spell, the sorceress go down,
Yes.
I potentially was still going to do the strike first, counter charge with this other hero.
Yeah.
If I had Tenebril Blades up, like, that combo could be nuts.
Yes.
So that's where, again, like,
If you rolled a 7 even.
in a different situation, if I did a double with those things going off, I could wipe out 30 of your blade dice with just that unit.
Yeah.
Or Nagash and 20 blade dice. Like,
If you don't get a save,
we don't have 30 Fusiliers in this list, but I still have a lot of strong tools. I'm more MSU with combat threats, but in combination, they can do damage.
Yep.
Like, I did get the spell off
Blazing Weapons.
for Blazing Weapons. Now, in hindsight, could I have put it more central so that I should have put him more central? So again, another thing that contributed to the blowout,
Small
and
things,
mistake there, where maybe then that unit, instead of your saves and ethereal keeping you alive with this unit, maybe those mortals would have been enough to kill 6 or 8 guys, and then you're bringing back to 5, things like that. So there's always little moments that contribute to like a game like this, right?
Yes.
And pod defects being shit didn't help.
Yeah, and her failing that prayer, the 5-up ward is massive.
I have mystical terrain here, so I was trying to get the +1.
Yeah, you're on it. It was a 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
rolled the 1.
Yep.
So that just happens sometimes, and
Primal miscast immediately.
I will miscast around 1.
Is there a world maybe where you just fail your tactic and get the +1 save, I guess, but you don't think about things like that.
Well,
in this game, you gotta get your tactic.
You gotta get your
5
tactic.
turn 1 is huge.
Now, in hindsight, sure, maybe +1 to save would have been better, but is it enough to change anything that happened here?
And you don't
Probably
think
not.
all of these things are gonna in succession, right?
Yeah,
that happens,
it's like,
you're like, oh, it's fine.
Exactly. It's like, you also won priority. I also failed my countercharge early, which would have created a buffer. Like, you know, there's different
also
things.
picked the hand of the wrong hand, like all those things. Yeah.
So
But still, it was fun. I love playing. The ghosty ghosts are fun. Like
Nighthaunt is a cool army. Great models.
Really cool.
Nagash is awesome. Like, again, great to see this stuff do well.
Yeah.
Sucks to be on the other end of it sometimes, but I mean, again, we play for fun. We appreciate it either way.
Yeah.
Mentality you gotta have.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you only have fun winning, then you're in the wrong game.
Yes, for sure.
But again, Ridge, I think we can award you with the victory here.
The quick
You'll
W.
probably pull it out by the end of round 5.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. We do appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for all your support. Do give us your feedback, even if it's negative. We always, take it in and want that constructive feedback. So never hesitate. But again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again in another battle report.
Have a good week, everybody.